The devil is a liar. Oh, yeah. Ooh, the devil is a liar. Listen, I don't know what's happening no more. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's happening. Everybody from Casa can go home. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I'm gonna need the Love Island producers to just start throwing some haymakers. We got to shake something up. We got to shake something up because I feel like we're going to have the same couples. I don't think Casa is doing anything. I don't think it's going to do anything. I mean, it's early. Only Lord knows. Maybe they're bringing in more bombshells. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. I had hopes. I had high hopes. I don't know who I'm rooting for anymore. I don't know what's going on. And because we have so much to talk about, because I had no idea that this episode was going to be 4 hours, I was like, oh, another scene? It's still going. It didn't have to be. It really, this could have been a regular hour. There was nothing groundbreaking that happened. So because the episode was so long, I'm gonna just hop into it. Hi, y'all. Thank you so much for joining in NikkiStar TV live. Please make sure you like the live, and I'm gonna hop into the review, and then I'll hop into the comments, and we'll have more time. But girl, what is going on? I will acknowledge my super chats though. Obviously, me said Zolandria. Zach and Ohlandria Hive. I'm holding out for it. Don't hold your breath. The Casa boys are here for each other. Like, don't hold your breath. Don't hold your breath. Zach is just happy to be somewhere. He is just giddy. He don't even care that he's in Casa. He's just happy. He got this fun vacation. He's on TV. Like, I don't know what the hell is going on. So anyway, we open up with the cast giving us an explanation on why they sent certain people home. The girl said that, oh wait, before we get into it. No, I'll do it after. The girls say that, here she is, Hot Girl Summer. The girls say that they sent Hannah home because she wasn't exploring. And then Sierra says, I hate that Hannah had to go home, but I'm so glad that she got to explore and meet two amazing men. So did y'all cut her because she wasn't exploring? Or did y'all cut her because she was exploring? I don't understand. Oh, she wasn't exploring. First of all, what are the rules that this show gave y'all? What are the rules of the game that this show gave y'all? Because it seems like you guys are really dead set on cutting people if they don't explore enough for your standards. But the line keeps moving. What are your standards? What is the goalpost for you guys? Because it keeps on moving. Hannah had two really strong relationships in the villa. She explored. She explored. She got with Charlie. She explored. She got with Pepe. It was real authentic. Like, we watched it happen. So how you gonna cut her because she's not exploring? Then say, well, we're so glad that she got to experience two really great guys. That sounds like exploring to me. It's BS. It's BS. Y'all wanted her out the game because she's competition. I need y'all to just be honest or come up with better lies. Now, for the guys, the reason why they got rid of Jeremiah, I still don't know. I still do not know why they got rid of Jeremiah. I don't know what the hell Taylor said. Well, because he is Hooded the good person here? Like, I thought Hooded was a problem, but Gib. Yeah. What? Why is he gone? Why is he gone? Like, I don't care if this is your gameplay, do your gameplay, but be able to talk about it. Like, y'all should have had something. Y'all came up with this scheme and y'all didn't have anything to explain it. Y'all know we watching, so let us know. Make sense of it. Make sure you tell us something that we haven't seen on TV. Nobody could come up with anything. So it just lets us know that y'all took them out the game because they're competition. Just say that. or nothing at all. Y'all shouldn't have said nothing at all because all it did was piss me off even more. It just pissed me off even more. I'm like, oh, she got to experience too many guys. So she was exploring. Mm-hmm. The line keeps moving. The line keeps moving. And then let me tell you something. I'm going to stand by her to the end. I got to be honest. She got on my nerves this episode. Ooh! I can't believe that me and Ohlandria are here, but I'm going to stick beside her and I'm not going to let nobody talk about her. I will say this. She kind of got under my skin when she said, oh, and just to see how hurt the guys were and how much they was crying. I was like, oh, am I responsible? Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you're responsible for this. You are absolute. Who made the vote? You did. Y'all made that vote. So y'all are absolutely responsible for the chaos that happened after. Like the fact that they were just sitting there acting so innocent, like, oh my God, this was a great thing that happened. And just trying to move on. I'm like, no, y'all messed up. Y'all messed up. Am I responsible? Yes. Yes, you are. You're absolutely responsible, Alon. You guys were right. The guys did not think that the girls were going to pick Hannah because they were broken up. Oh, the guys were broken up. They were really upset about it. Ace was questioning Shelly. He was like, so why did you pick her and not Amaya? Ace, let the Amaya hate go. You got to let it go. Amaya has moved on. Up to now, I don't know why you hate her. You're mad because she clocked you? Because she did not back down? She did not let you disrespect her? She did not let you play in her face? So now you got this vendetta against her and you want her off the show? It's so nasty. Like, I don't, with next season, Love Island, make sure they become friends. Because Love Island is fun when these guys are actually like, when they start to make real friendships and genuine connections. Like when they come on and everybody's just a game player, it's giving traders. Put them on traders. This is not traders. This is Love Island. They are supposed to do, it's supposed to be like hedonism and chess. They're just giving us chess with a dash of hedonism, and it's all coming from Austin. Like we got to find some connections. We got to find some love. We got to find some friendships. We don't have it here at all. Everybody is backstabbing each other. What happened? They were doing so good. They were doing so good. And the fact that Taylor was just like, Huda wasn't the problem. So then why did Ace, when she wanted to thank him, he said, hell no. What are y'all talking about? This doesn't, none of y'all stuff makes sense. None of your stuff makes sense. But anyway, Shelly tries to explain to Ace why, the girls wanted Hannah gone, and it just up to now still doesn't make any sense. It's like the explanations they keep on giving is just like, well, y'all are talking like y'all made the wrong decision. So what are we doing? The game y'all are playing is terrible. It's like they feel like they got this game. Now I'm gonna give them grace because maybe Love Island gave them rules of the game that we haven't seen. I'm expecting the game to be played the way I've seen it played. Maybe this is a new game. Maybe they switched up the rules and gave y'all different directions. I don't know. Maybe this is a new game. I do not know. But I hope when y'all get out that villa, y'all start telling us what's really going on. Because the way this cast is moving is so weird. And then the whole episode, we get, where is she? Poor thing. She is just distraught because she knows that the guys wanted her gone. And so she feels guilty because Hannah is her friend, but she's also just like, I'm in here and nobody wants me in here. I hate this villa experience for her. She is just crying, and she's always crying by herself in a mirror, just crying, and makeup just streaming down her cheeks. Her confidence is just gone in this villa. I hate this experience for her. And the thing about it is, and this is why the girls are starting to get on my nerves, because Amaya feels the way she feels in the villa because of the guys. The guys are tormenting this woman, and I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it because the women see it. Y'all are not oblivious. Y'all know how these men feel about Amaya and talk to Amaya and treat her. Y'all see it. She tells y'all what's happening to her, and none of y'all are rocking with her. And that pisses me off because I know this was last season. Oh, Liv would have cussed all them boys out. Liv would have cussed all them boys out, and the women of the villa would have stood right behind her. But y'all just let these men just run the villa, make another woman feel like garbage, and nobody says anything. Like no woman is standing up for her. They're just like, oh, it's okay. It's fine. You know how the guys are. Well, I feel like it's like the main cast is like pick-me's. That's why it's not working. The girls are giving pick-me. That's why it's not working. I'm so disappointed. I'm like, ain't nobody gonna cuss Ace out. Ain't nobody gonna get Austin together. We just gonna let this girl cry. You're just gonna watch them torment her and nobody's gonna protect her? No woman! What is happening here? What is going on? It's so weird. She goes to all of them, they give her advice, and nobody stands up for her. Yes, I know everybody's grown adults here. But you let Amaya go treat one of them boys any kind of way. All she did was talk back to Ace. And Ace went and got the men, and they all rallied against her. Even the one dude who wasn't a part of the clique. I can't. So, Nicholas, who I can't believe is getting on my nerves. Like, I can't believe I'm here. I used to love me some Nicholas. Nicholas pulls Sierra and he talks to her and he's just, he wants to let her know that he's no longer closed. He's no longer open. He's getting to being closed because he felt Sierra pulling away from him. And Nick just wants to have his cake and eat it too, right? He wants to have fun in the villa, but he also doesn't want to lose Sierra, right? Because that's still, I feel like Sierra is great gameplay for him. So he pulls her to the side and he talks to her. And he's just like, I just want to let you know that since our conversation, I'm getting close. I'm getting close to being closed off. And the way this woman got so excited for the crumbs that he gave her, she was, I could not believe she ate that up. She was so happy that he was close to getting closed off. She was like, oh, yeah. Girl, he gave you nothing. He gave you nothing. You know what? I'm sorry. Watching this show, sometimes as a millennial, it plays with my mind. I feel like I'm watching some great women. I feel like I'm watching 10 settle for 4s. And it's like nobody can see. Nobody is helping them see. Like there is not a woman in the villa that's just like, are y'all serious? Like everybody's in the same upside down. It's like the same demonic force has all of their minds. I cannot believe that Sierra was kicking up her feet because Nick said he's close to being closed off. And you got excited, I would have been like, okay, well, talk to me when you want to be closed off. Because right now I'm going to go have some fun. Toodles. Why did that make you so happy? They are giving these women nothing. The men of this villa are giving these women nothing. You know what? Maybe it's because millennial women are just used to cussing these men out. Maybe that's us. I don't know, but the crumbs that these girls are getting, and they are more than satisfied. Crazy work. So we're supposed to have a kissing challenge. Ariana comes out, blindfolds the guys, and they've done this challenge before. So I kind of knew that this was, we knew that this was going to be the Casa introduction. She blindfolds the guys, and as she blindfolds the guys, she tells the ladies be quiet. She starts taking these signs off and lets the girls know that they're going to Casa. The girls get excited. They run and get their luggage. They leave and they go to Casa. Then the Casa girls for the guys, they come in and they actually do the kissing challenge with them. All the guys except for TJ had a great time. Here's the thing with TJ. Where is wealthy Rumpelstiltskin? He don't need this show. In TJ's world, he's getting whoever he wants. So he doesn't try. And because of that, he gives me white koi. He don't try because I guess where he's from, he's like the standard guy. So he just doesn't try. He doesn't like try to woo a woman. So that's why his personality is so poor, because I think he probably leads with his money and his looks that are standard in the Caucasian community. So I feel like he is just like, I don't have to do anything, so I'm just gonna, be blunt. And I'm like, you can't be blunt when you're trying to woo a woman. Like, women are soft, dainty. We can get gully when we need to, but it's just like you have to like really woo them, and he just doesn't do that. He just doesn't do that. Because with Iris, she heard beach house and was just like, okay, this is the wasp that I need. So I think that he just doesn't have to try. So because he doesn't have to try, he just comes off really terrible. So all the guys are rating the kisses. TJ is giving everybody 3s and 4s. Like, even if you didn't know, even if you didn't know that these girls were the Casa girls, these are still, you thought at the moment that these were women in the house with you who you've established, even though it's quick, some kind of relationship with, some kind of friendship with. And one of them could have been Iris. Why were you being so mean in your critiques and being so blunt in this game? Just a really negative personality. So the guys pull off the blindfolds and they find out that it's not the girls. Ariana lets them know that it is Casa Amor. And then she lets them know, oh, you guys are everybody for the first time ever in Love Island history. I don't care about any of the first time ever. Bring back Jeremiah. Anyway, she's like, for the first time ever in Love Island history, we are, you guys are all single. And so you guys are going to have to couple up with the new couple. And the person that you couple up with is going to be who you're going to be with for the duration of Casa. So the girls have to pick a guy that they want to be with. Of course, all the girls go to everybody else but TJ, because TJ was so mean. Then Ariana says, hey, TJ, because you're single, you are now vulnerable and you could be dumped from the villa. You have 24 hours to make a connection, and you'll find out your fate within those 24 hours. So the girls all run to different guys. Before we get into the foolishness that is this coupling, let's meet the girls. So the first Casa girl we have is Coco. She's going to be a problem. Because here's the thing, Coco knows that she's hot, and Coco is here to do a bombshell's job. Like, she's on her assignment, and she's going to break somebody up. She's going to do something. Coco is going to do something. Gorgeous girl, LA girl. I like her personality. I like her confidence. I think she's perfect for the game and a perfect bombshell. Then we have Clark. Clark is cute. She is a little too meek to be a bombshell. You got to be a bit more aggressive when you're a bombshell, but it's still early. We're going to see if Clark is able to burst out of her shell at some point. But for a bombshell, she's just a little too chill. You got to be a bit aggressive when you're a bombshell. Then we have Vanna, 21, the youngest of the group. Then we have Jaden. Vanna, let me go back to Vanna. Vanna has a big personality. She loves them clip-ins. She loves them clip-ins. She got a big personality. I see her type being Black athletes with low racial self-esteem. No shade. Jaden, I don't know who could be her type. I have no idea, but she's a gorgeous girl. Gorgeous girl. Then we have Grayson, also known as Tall Hannah. So these ladies come in, the guys take off the blindfolds, and they are so happy and excited, especially Ace and Taylor. So anyway, the ladies couple up. Jaden chooses Austin. She's a bombshell. She's been watching the show. Right off grip. Right. She said, I want Austin. Oh, okay. Vanna chooses Ace. Not surprised. There, Grayson chooses Pepe. Pepe loves it because this is tall Hannah. He was eating it up. Then we have two women left. Jaden with Austin, Grayson with Pepe, Vanna is with Ace, and we have Nicholas Taylor, and TJ. Nicholas, Taylor, and TJ, and we have two girls left. We have Clark and Coco. Clark and Coco. Clark and Coco pick Taylor. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what's happening. Here's the thing. I don't think they like milk. Especially Miss Coco. Because at the kissing competition, she tongued down the brothers, but when it came to the white man, just a little peck. Gave them all a little peck on the chin. I said, oh, okay. We got a Harriet Tubman of the villa. I know that's right. I know that's right. Coco says segregation now, segregation forever. She was not kissing a white man. And they were mad about it. They were mad about it. They were both like, all we got was pecks. Coco was like, black men matter. But Clark, I gotta say it again. I'm sorry, I'm gagged. I gotta say it again. Clark and Coco pick Taylor. What the? What the? What the hell is going on? What the hell is going on? Does his dad own NBC? Something is happening. Even Taylor was shocked. He was like, oh gosh darn it. Shucks, I can't believe it. He was gagged. So because, oh my God, I can't believe I'm saying this. So because Taylor had options, Ariana's just like, you have to choose somebody. And whoever you choose, you'll be coupled up with. So Taylor picks Coco, and Clark is left single, so she has to choose, and she ends up choosing Nick, and TJ is single because nobody wanted him, and he could be dumped from the villa. I will say this: I was a little shocked. He could be playing games. He could be playing America. Taylor was a new person when he was talking to Coco. I said, oh, wait a minute. I'm so sorry, Taylor. I was like, you seem to be having a good time talking to this Black American. What's happening? What's happening? I just could not believe it. He was having a good time chatting her up. And we finally found out that Taylor can actually flirt. He was flirting the hell, he was flirting the hell out of Coco. He was different accent and everything. Oh, what you doing? He was becoming Ace. He was morphing into Ace when he was talking to Coco. Then when he was in his confessional, he was blushing. I was like, oh, you like Coco? What is happening? I don't know what's happening. I don't know. I will give Love Island this. I don't know what these Islanders are going to do from day to day. They keep me guessing, child. They keep me guessing. Because I said, a black? I couldn't believe it. But he seemed like really happy about it. I was like, a black? What is going on? What is going on? Does the EP is the EP of Love Island? Is he or she in the Divine Nine? Something is happening. Something is happening. I don't know what, but something is happening here. And I'm gonna get to the bottom of it. I said not Taylor having options. Are three women gonna be fighting over him in the villa? Because this, for the first time ever, nobody in Casa is going to go home. Like all the Casa boys, all the Casa girls, they're all going to stay in the villa. So it's probably going to be like a huge elimination. So everybody's coming back from Casa. I will say I hate that because one of the I hate to say it, but one of the like great parts about watching Love Island was seeing who was coming back coupled up and who was coming back single and seeing everybody's reaction. So they're taking that away from us. I don't know what's going on. I'm like, that was the best part, to see if Taylor was going to be coupled up, because he was going to be coupled up, Ohlandria. OMG. So anyway, we have our couples. We have Taylor, our new couples are Taylor and Coco, Clark and Nicholas. Then we have Austin and Jaden, Grayson, and where is he? I know I have him. I have him up here. Where the hell is Pepe? Yeah, Grayson and Pepe. And we have Ace and Vonna. Those are our new couples, and TJ is single. He might go home because he was made a terrible impression with the ladies, unless Iris wants to couple back up with him again. So after all the couples happen, the guys go and sit down with the girls, and suddenly all of the men are open again. Every time a new bombshell comes in, or every time Nicholas is around new women, all of a sudden he talks about Sierra in the past tense. That's just so sad. He was just like, oh, me and Sierra had a connection. Ace caught it. Ace was like, had. He was like, oh, I'm sorry. We have a connection. Nick is a hoe. And I need for him to just live in who he is. Like, stop, being on the down low. You are a hoe. Embrace it, Nick. Embrace it. And I already said this. I said Nick is here for a good time, not a long time. He's here to have fun and win some money. He probably needs to move on to another connection, because I think Sierra wants a lot more than he has ever intended to give to her. I will say this. Ace, he's slimy, but he's hilarious. He was like, yeah, Vanna's a nice girl. Bring back Shelly. He said, bring back Shelly. And I know he meant every word. He said, yeah, bring back my girl. What he doesn't know is that his girl is a hot commodity. Shelly is a hot commodity, girl. We will get to it. I do want to say this. I don't think, where's Nicholas at? I don't think, so Nicholas, Jaden is coupled up with Austin, right? Nicholas is saying that he's interested to see Jaden. Something about it doesn't ring true to me. I don't think he's really interested in her. I just think he wants to get her away from Austin. I think he wants to make Austin single. I think Austin is the next target for the boys, because his conversations with Jaden, Nick was forcing the hell out of that. I don't know. I could be wrong, but I'm just like, this has to be gameplay. You're not engaged in the conversation with her at all. There's like no chemistry there. And even when he says that she's who he's interested in, I don't believe him. And not to say that he can't be, but I feel like his sudden interest in her is gameplay, because that's the thing. The guys have been playing the game the entire time. It's gay. It's giving gameplay. I could be wrong, but that's what I was getting. Now let's move on to the girls. So let's meet the Casa boys. The Casa men. They're men. Amen. Let's get into the Casa guys. So the first guy that we have is Elon. He looks like he gives me an American version of that British guy with the curly hair, with the curly bang that y'all love so much. I think they have like a similar name too. Let me know in the chat. Y'all know who I'm talking about. He looks like him. But this is Elon. He gives me that he played football, not soccer. Well, yeah, UK people, I mean football. Beefy guys. He gives me that because of the way his arms is and the way he walks. He has a football walk. And it's giving quarterback. But that's who that's what I get from Elon. He's a cutie. I don't know if he's gonna turn any heads. I don't know. But he's a cutie. Then next we have JD, Afro Latino. I gotta be honest with you, he gives me hot Andrew Caldwell. Every time I see him, all I hear is, I'm delivered. I'm delivered. He looks like Andrew Caldwell if he were hot. I'm so sorry, JD, but I see it. Next, we have Brian. Brian from Boston. He's cute. You know who he looks like? Big Pun in his prime. Yes, this is giving Big Pun in his prime. I don't want to be a player no more. Next up, we have Chris. Amen. Amen. We got a big dog. I like it. I like it. Last and final, we have Zach. You got to give the white women something. He looks like you're all I see. Come on, down with me. Run down on Sunday morning, and I never want the lead singer. Oh yeah. He looks like the lead singer. He's a cutie. Those are the Casa boys. So the Casa guys, they come in first. Oh wait, did I I'm missing somebody. Did I not have his picture? Oh, we gotta talk about him. We gotta talk about Mr. Thailand. Where's Thailand? I don't got Thailand. I thought I had his picture. Damn, Grayson Clark, Elon, JD. Oh, baby, let me get Thailand. I thought I had Thailand. But anyway, while I'm getting Thailand, so the guys, how the hell I don't have I worked on this picture forever because he's so freaking small. I had to enlarge it so much. Anyway, so the Casa boys enter the villa and they are so excited. They are so excited to be to be on the show. They're running around. They keep on high-fiving each other. They're hyped every time one of them comes in, and they are just really happy to be there. And I get that this is like something that they do, but I was just like, okay, calm down. Especially Thailand. He was extremely excited to be in the film. Oh, he was so thankful and so grateful for the opportunity. I said, okay, Zach E. You guys let me know that he is one of Miguel's friends. That doesn't make me want him to be on this show even more, because I think a lot of y'all have had amnesia about season 6 and y'all just look at Miguel being hot. Remember, we didn't like Miguel in the beginning. We liked him after. And the reason why we liked him after was because the women got him straight. The Miguel that we like today is because he had been cussed out, thrown around that villa by the women of the villa, and made into the man that we see today. That is a woman's influence that got us the Miguel that we now like. In the beginning, we were not rooting for him, especially when he was talking that crap that he was talking about Serena. I ain't never forgot that. But we like him now in his many accents. We like him now. But in the beginning, he was not our fave. Let's go back, roll the tape. He was not our fave. So y'all all kept on asking for Miguel's friends. And I was like, no, I don't want Miguel's friends without a woman's influence. But Zach seems to be very sweet. He's so excited. He's so excited for the opportunity. And I'm like, Zach, I need you to focus. I need you to focus. Praise the Lord. Yes, I'm on live. Oh my God. Say it again.
I was calling to ask about water, but I didn't realize you was on live.
Yeah. Bye. No, I need crushed ice, please.
Okay, bye.
Thank you. Bye. Sorry, my assistant. But anyway, I like him. I think he's fun. He's interesting. I just need for him to lock in. I don't need him to be here for an experience. I need him to lock in. And that's the thing that concerns me about the Casa boys. They were so happy to just be here. I'm like, y'all got to act like y'all are like the Navy SEAL of bombshells. Y'all have to come in and put this villa upside down. I don't want y'all coming in here trying to be buddy and friends. And that concerns me because I feel like they're going to try to be buddy with the guys. And I'm like, no, you are here to free those women. So I'm concerned. That's why I'm not too hyped about the Casa men, especially Zach. We were rooting for him, but I don't know. Zach is just happy to be there. Happy to be there. I'm like, no, you got to put in some damn work. Or I don't know what we're going to get. I don't know what the end of this show is going to look like. But then the women come in and they see the Casa boys. Now, I know we wanted, we wanted a different kind of big dog, but I think the men did what they needed to do. The ladies saw the tattoos. They saw the height and they lost it. Listen, it's enough. We can't get everything. We can't get everything. We got height and we got better tattoos. We got to take the crumbs that Love Island gives us. But there was some energy with the ladies when they saw those guys. So I was happy about that there was like some energy. So anyway, Ariana comes in, tells the ladies the same thing. Everybody's going to be single here. We're going to do new couples. First, we're going to play a game. So they play like this pop the balloon kissing game. Let me stick a pin in that. She was so happy. When she saw the men, especially Chris, she was like, oh. She was like, oh, they're also big. And then she went up to Chris. She was like, how tall are you? He was like, oh, I'm 6'8". She's like, oh, I'm so small. Yes, Amaya. Yes. She's like, I'm so small compared to you. I want her to get a Casa boy. She needs this and she deserves it. Just don't steal him from Ohlandria and Shelly. Please. But I enjoyed her being excited. And that's what I said. That's like the Casa guys and the Casa girls, they got to bring in excitement. You got to cast people who will give excitement. And I think the guys have pretty much done their job because Amaya and Huda was very, 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 very excited. I feel like the Casa boys are going to burst Huda's bubble. I think her bubble has been getting burst this entire show, but I feel like she's going to get her man took again. Because again, the guys have been watching the show. I don't think that Huda is going to be the girl that she's used to being with these men. So anyway, they all play this kissing game. And I just want to say this. Ohlandria and Shelly, y'all do not like milk. Please stop with the games. Please stop with the games. In the kissing game, they kept on picking white men. And I'm like, don't play with me because that lets me know that you're trying to stay faithful. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I was so excited when Ohlandria picked Chris, but they were playing around. They were choosing men that we know was not going to make their head turn. They're trying to stay loyal to them boys. Please stop playing with me. Y'all pissing me off. So anyway, after the game, the guys have to choose who they want to be with. So all the guys go and choose. I'm watching Chris, who in my mind, I cast him for Ohlandria. I see him walking over to Shelly and I said, where the hell are you going? Zach is where he's supposed to be. Where are you going? So he and Zach, Thailand Zach, walk over to Shelly. Now she got two men fighting over her. Guess who don't got nobody? Ohlandria and Amaya. Let me tell you something. I don't know what's going on with Gen Z, but I bind it up right now in the mighty and the matchless name of Jesus. I don't know what's going on in your generation where an Ohlandria is not a hottie. I don't know what's going on in your minds, but we're going to fix this situation. I'm going to turn down my plate and I'm going to go to the Lord because something is going on. I was like, Ohlandria ain't got nobody? Why she ain't got nobody? What is going on? And she's sitting there. I know she's shook because I'm shook. I know she's not used to this. I could not believe that Amaya and Ohlandria were sitting there with nobody. I mean, I do know that somebody was going to have to be, because it's not even. So I knew somebody was going to be out. I'm not surprised that it is Amaya, just because I think she got such a bad edit and a bad experience here in the village. She just got a bad hand, and I feel so bad for her. But I did not think that Ohlandria was going to be sitting there single. And then Ariana asked her, what's that about? How did she feel about that? And she's just like, it's fine. I'm not, I'm a slow burner. I got to get a bit more mental stimulation or whatever. And then she goes to Shelly and asks Shelly, she's like, Shelly, you're in another triangle. And Shelly's like, Ariana, stop. Because she's feeling herself, as she should. And she got Zach and that big dog. My God, today I would be feeling myself as well. Shelly, you might be in the running for the money. I'm sorry, Amaya. It might be Shelly, because Shelly is having a good time. Oh, she's having a good time. After Chris picked her, she was hanging with the girl, and she was just like, I got this short little man back at the villa, and now I got the biggest guy ever at Casa. Like, yes, Shelly, explore, Shelly. I wanted Chris for Ohlandria, but now I got to choose. I wanted y'all both in the end, but if I gotta choose, then Chris, do your big one. Do your big one. So anyway, Shelly has to choose between Chris and Thailand Zach. She chooses Chris. Thailand Zach has to sit down, and then he has to choose. Thailand Zach, full of joy. Full of joy. He's like, well, not this one. Where Thailand Zach at? I just had him. He's giddy. I don't know who I'm going to choose. I don't know. He ends up picking Ohlandria. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Amaya is by herself, and the same thing. If Amaya is by herself, she's up for elimination. I don't know if Amaya is going to be by herself for long. I don't know, because she went after Thailand Zach immediately, and got a little kiss. She was twirling her clip-ins and everything. She was doing what she needed to do. So I don't know. Is Ohlandria going to be up for elimination? I don't know what the hell is. Oh my God! If Ohlandria is up for elimination and Taylor has to pick between her and Coco, oh my God! I hate them. I hate them so much. Oh my God! Oh my God! Oh my God! Is it going to be down to Taylor to choose? See, that's what happens. That's what happens. I don't know what's going on, but y'all starting to let these mediocre dudes play in your faces and get y'all pregnant. Oh my God. There was a trend on Twitter where all these women were showing their baby daddies, and I was like, I can't believe you let that man get. Why y'all baby daddies look like that? I digress. Taylor. Ooh, Ohlandria. You should explore. Well, what was she going to do? Who was she going to explore with? She couldn't explore with Nick the hoe? No, I don't want her exploring with him. This is bad. Oh my goodness. You know who didn't get picked either? You know who didn't get, where is he at? What is his name? Hot Andrew Caldwell. He picked Huda. He picked a couple up with Huda. But in the kissing game, no other girls picked him. I was like, y'all don't want to make out with hot Andrew Caldwell? Poor thing. Poor thing. My God, today it's strict over there, child. It's strict over there. You know who I didn't see coupling up like that? For real, for real? The way she got with a Big Pun in his prime, I was like, oh, you like him. I think she liked oh my God, it's giving Hannah and Charlie and Pepe. She liked Jeremiah like Hannah liked Charlie. She wants Big Pun in his prime. She was so like forward with him. What is his name? I done forgot his real name. I keep on calling him Big Pun in his prime. She was so she kissed him. She pulled him in for the kiss. She was so forward with him. Oh, the body wants Brian. The body wants Brian. And she was like, oh, I couldn't believe a few days ago. Yesterday I was just crying. And now here I am with you. Adriana said, listen, Jeremiah, who? Y'all done brought in the bombshell for another damn bombshell. I don't know. I don't know what this cast is going to look like in the end, guys. I have no idea. I have no idea what this cast is going to look like at the end. I think this right here, and then we have more people coming in. We have more bombshells. I think we got 2 more sets, or maybe 1 more set of bombshells coming in after Casa. What the hell is going on? This season is very weird, and I think it's very weird for 2 reasons. 1, nobody is friends. 2, we have no real couples. We have no real couples. Like, there is nobody who could be that upset if something happens at Casa, because everybody is still open. Normally, by the time we get to Casa, people are closed off. At least 2 couples are closed off by now. We don't even have that. Everybody is just open. Except for Ohlandria. Ohlandria is the only one that's closed off because she had a very great conversation with Thailand Zach. And I really liked how they were vibing. I felt like he was showing interest. I think maybe she put up a wall because he didn't pick her first. I can understand that. But I just felt like he was really showing interest in her, and it was a good conversation. She goes to the confessional. I missed my man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. You don't have a man. What is going on? What is going on? I think this is the first time in her life she's never been picked. I want her out of that villa. I feel like they're going to break her spirit. I feel like that villa is going to break her spirit. I want her and Amaya out. We can get the money some other way. But that villa is breaking their spirit. I want them gone. I want them out of it. We got to get them out of there. I'm sorry. Ohlandria. I know you wanted to have this money and I wanted to give you this money, but honey, I don't like what they're doing to you. I don't like this mind game that this villa is playing on you. You are that girl. You are that girl. I don't know what's happening, but I don't like it. And I don't know why the hell Clark and Coco was fighting over Taylor. What the hell is going on with the men of that generation? What is going on? No shade. Is Taylor like the standard? I'm going to keep y'all in my prayers. Anyway, that's all I have to say about this episode. What do you guys have to say? Oh, your girl got more super chats. Ooh. Not me giving Sierra. Ooh. There it is. Obviously me. I got that one. Miss Brown Sugar. Thank you for the super chat. Miss Brown Sugar said, baby, these OG Islanders are all pissing me off. They are all playing off a script to look good, and we see you and you're boring to us. Par. Renee, thank you for the super chat. Renee said, Nikki, I love your channel. New here. Hey, Renee. This season is like the Twilight Zone. Sorry. Yes. I don't know what game they're playing. Maybe they got new rules. I don't know, but this is a very weird game to me. This does not look recognizable. This is not Love Island. Obviously me. Thank you for the super chat. Obviously, me said Zach gives me a leader of the boys vibe. Which one? Thailand Zach? I hope that he meets Ace and oh my God, I just thought about that. OMG. Zach, I think you talk about Thailand Zach. Zach and Ace going at it. The short kings are going to war. I can see that because Zach is 29. That's another thing. Guys, we got height, we got good tattoos, and we got age. So we got some things that we were asking for. So I feel like we may have a little something. We may be cooking with grease, but I don't want to call it too soon because I didn't get good vibes from this episode. I didn't get that like the Casa people are going to be like on it. Ace is not, his head is not going to be turned with Vanna. It's just, I don't think she's his type. I don't know what game Nicholas is playing. It seems like he's trying to get Austin out of there. Sierra, she's acting like she's open. She's not. Ohlandria is not open. And I think that Zach is a nice guy for her, but I think she might be feeling a certain way because he didn't pick her initially. I hope she finds out why he didn't, so that could like give her ease. And he probably might say it's because you said that you weren't open, or because you know how he was watching her with Taylor. I don't know. But I don't know. I don't want to say we're cooking with grease just yet because I don't think we are. I hope I'm wrong. I hope we get some shakeups, but this cast is just not operating how we're used to. Casa is supposed to shake up relationships. There's no relationships to shake up. So what are they going to do? And the Casa boys and the Casa girls, especially the Casa boys, it just seems like they're here to have fun. Like, I'm just like, do y'all realize y'all got to steal people? Like, y'all got to come in and colonize relationships. Do y'all realize that? Do y'all realize you're on assignment? I feel like Chris is the only one doing his assignment because he's not coming up off of Shelly. Good. I need Zach to do the same thing because Shelly at the end with Chris and Ohlandria at the end with Zach, they gonna get some money. But with the men they got now, I don't know. And let me tell you something. I don't want to be too hard on Black American Woody. I just don't like how he gives Ohlandria nothing. I just feel like for me watching, I just feel like it's so obvious that he doesn't like her. His friend can say that he's weird all he wants, but I'm just like, the Instagram, the follows and the likes tell the story. It's like, come on, we can't deny that. So I don't want to be too hard on the dude, but it's like, free Ohlandria, please. Don't play with this girl. Unless y'all are all playing a game. I don't know, because all of these relationships are giving us nothing. We don't have anything to go off of. We don't have any moments to be like, I hate to say it, Huda and Jeremiah gave us more. It absolutely affected our mental health, but they gave us something. These couples left, we're not getting anything. So I don't know. I have no idea. Hopefully Amaya gets somebody and we can root for her. Thank you so much, obviously, me, for the super chat. Obviously, me said, not gonna lie, Zach didn't want to kiss Amaya. His body language and conversation, topics with Amaya, told me that he didn't care for Amaya and her energy. I will say this, it was very obvious that he enjoyed his conversation with Ohlandria more. But I who knows? You can't read this cast. You cannot read this cast. Oh, we got another super chat. Thank you, Sydney. Sydney said, hey, Nikki and fam, sending live love and light always. I don't think we're going to get good content until, yeah. And I need that Twitter challenge to be as soon as they come back from Casa. They have to know we think they suck. They have to know they got to get on it. They have got to get on it. I'm gonna get some older comments, and then I'm just gonna jump back and forth. Old and new. Takora said, I think Adrina is just trying to stay on the show. She seems to really like Big Pun in his prime. She seemed to really be into him. Hey, Maggie. Maggie said, I hope Huda gets eliminated. I stopped hoping for that. I stopped hoping for a Taylor and Huda elimination. I don't think it's going to happen. I think we're going to get rid of everybody that we love, and Huda and Taylor are still going to be standing. I don't know. Shelly is that girl. Shelly is that girl. My God, today. Um, um, just like a man. Just like a man. I said, Chris, what are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? They were both supposed to come in for the girls, Chris and Zach. They got the assignment, but they mixed it up. OMG. I wanted him to go for Ohlandria, and I wanted Zach to go for Shelly. Now it seems like Shelly gonna be sweet on Chris, and I'm like, no, I don't know if Zach is gonna be sweet on Ohlandria. Hopefully, Cordelia said, I wonder if the two Casa ladies picked Taylor because they saw you. Here's the thing, I thought that too. I was just like, this has to be strategic. No, you know what? Maybe Taylor is that guy. Guys, his girlfriend was crashing out about him on TikTok, and he was in a reality TV show prior to this. So they were, I don't know. What are we not seeing with Taylor? What are we not seeing? He is loved. Like, he's loved. Good for him. But I'm just like, oh my God, you're that guy. You're that guy. Good for him. Good for him. But he doesn't look very good the way he's playing with Ohlandria. Rain said, I think if Amaya wouldn't have acted like such a kid when she talks to the guys, she might have a shot. She definitely does the I'm a little woman. And I don't think that works for the men outside of her community. I think that's what's happening. I think Amaya is running game on men who are not going to fall, who are not going to be receptive to her advances or how she flirts, because I think the men that she normally dates are Dominican men. These other guys, these American men, you got to come with something else. You got to come with something else. Always Prices said, Huda Bubble is going to get burst because they saw her act like a donkey. Nobody wants to walk on eggshells. Listen, hot Andrew Caldwell, he seemed to like it. Denise said, Miguel asked Cordell if that was the kind of talk he wanted to see in his wife or something like that when Serena was rightfully going off. Oh, yeah, he said, is that the kind of woman you want to bring home to your mother? And I was like, what do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, Miguel? Explain. I feel like that's where we're at. And I think we're going to watch her get her heart broken when he chooses another woman. I don't think he's going, if he is left at the end and he has to choose, he is not choosing her. We all know that she does not. Emelina said Miguel was saying that Serena wasn't the type of woman Cordell could bring to meet his mom. This was after Serena got Cordell together for his behavior in Casa. Yep. He's going to do his best to get Chris off the show. Yes, let's like the video, fam. We almost got 600 people in the chat. Let's like the video. Hey, Jennifer. Jennifer said Miguel's friends were better for too hot to handle, LOL. But this guy seems older and more mature, so I have hope. Yeah, he's once he calms down and clocks in, I think he's gonna be a problem. So far with the Casa people, I feel like Coco and Zach and Chris are going to be a problem. Yeah, I saw that he had a little flirtation thing with his sister. I saw them clips. Oh my God, they were thirsting bad for whatever crumbs they gave them. Megan said Miguel had to get his face cracked on national. Yep. And now we got the Miguel we got now. That's because the women in the villa got him together. We wouldn't have had that Miguel had they not got him together and turned him every which way but loose. Now we got this Miguel that everybody knows and loves. But y'all forget that he had to be put through the fire by a group of women. Denise said, I didn't see any chemistry with O and Zach, even though it seemed like they were having a nice conversation. It just felt like friendship vibes. I don't care if she's in the friendship coupling at this point. She got to get away from Taylor. But I think what's probably going to work in her favor is if Taylor rejects her and she gets saved somehow and she comes back with a fire in her. Oh, he's so happy. The way he was jumping around that villa, we're Casa Boys. I'm like, calm down, Zach. You got to get to work. Ain't no time for play. I don't want y'all here playing. I don't want y'all here laying around the villa working out. I want y'all making them heifers breakfast every day. Every day. I want y'all running after them, pulling them for chats. Don't ever let them sit down. Stay on their necks. Y'all are here to work. This is not a vacation. He absolutely, him and Ace have the same energy. They have the same, conceited. Both very, very conceited. Well, the UK got a veneer problem. They got a veneer problem. And they also do like clip-in teeth. It's something like the surgery has hit the UK badly. It hit America, but it hit the younger people. But it's doing something. The UK, it's doing something. Kay, thank you so much for the super chat. Kay said, appreciation for being live after every episode. I only started watching because of you. You are so sweet. Thank you so much. I try, guys. I try to come in after every episode. I don't know how long I could do this, but I'm gonna do it as much as I can. Simply Simone says, saw Kristen was singing strong, healthy black man. Child, when he lifted up Shelly. Yeah. I said, this is what we need. This is what my good sis was in the air. She was in the air. She wasn't thinking about no Ace. Hallelujah. Yes, that's who he looks like. That's who wait, where's Alabaster Zach? Where's Alabaster Zach? He looks like Adam Levine. He acts like him too. He's very like, yeah. I said, ooh, the white community capped your head up, baby. They capped your head up. Oh, that's my water. I hope that's my water. You know what? Hey. Is there no, it's no liquid? Oh, you just gave me a cup of ice. Child, you can't get good help these days. My God, today. Yes, Elon and Eyal. Absolutely. Why don't y'all like Caucasian men with curly hair? Every time we get a Caucasian man with curly hair on this show, y'all rip them apart. Jess Jonathan said on movie night, I want them to show a clip of Ace asking Iris if she believes in love. It. Yes, let's see it. Let's see it. Courtney said, did it feel like a lot more bombshells this season? I don't think we got nearly enough, in my opinion. I feel like we needed more. Thank you. Icelandic. This live is sponsored by Icelandic.
Speaking into existence.
Hallelujah.
Mountain Valley in Jesus' name.
Yes. Fiji. Come holler at your girl. No, get out of here. Get out of here. We're not going to talk about nobody. We're not going to talk about no future brand deals. Shoot. Hallelujah. Mess up my money. Sophie said Ace is the one who got Jeremiah out. I don't like that at all. He planted the seed in the minds of those men. Absolutely. He gonna do the same thing with Chris. He gonna do the same thing with Chris. Holly said 2 dimes and a nickel. Good luck with the best 20. Why did that boy say that? Why did that boy say that? Nobody's gonna forget that. I was like, why are you happy for that? She's so much smarter than this. All day finesse said, Vanna gonna look like, okay, all righty. Alexa said, Nick forgot he's almost ready to be potentially maybe closed off with Sierra. Nick was just like, me and Sierra had a connection. He does that every time. Every time he talks to a bombshell, he talks about Sierra in the past tense. I want them to show that at movie night. I want them to show that at movie night. Sophie Chatelaw said, none of the old couples seem like they are really connected. I think that is why producers threw Casa Amor in so fast. Thank you so much. I was just like, isn't this kind of quick for Casa? Isn't this kind of quick? Ice Macchiato said, I think they switched up Casa because there aren't any solid couples. Yeah, I think so too, because I'm like, this is very soon. Char said, I think Taylor was cosplaying Ace. Coco looks more like Shelly, so she's the closer he will get to her in the house. In the kissing game, his scores were even close to Ace. Yeah, well, everybody's following Ace. Everybody's following Ace. It's really weird. I hated the twist. I'm like, are you going to twist some more? Because this seems like a downgrade. Sophie Chatelaw also said, does Taylor have a white ex-girlfriend or something? He is showing how he can open up right off the bat and look in the eyes of a woman he finds attractive. Listen, the ex has a white mother. Catch. So, and the majority of the women that he was following are very light. Like all of the girls that he was following look like LaToya Jackson today. So I feel like that's kind of his type. I was surprised that he was very receptive to Coco. Like very receptive. Robin said, I think he likes Coco because she is more flirty and smiles. Ohlandria is stunning, but she seems more reserved. We got to get both of them dynamic partners because maybe they're not working because they're both slow burners. You need a slow burner with something with a fast behind because this ain't working. Megan said Taylor is an alpha, and I could not believe my eyes. I'm usually good at sensing that. Yeah, I couldn't believe it either. I was like, you pledged? Were you quiet the whole time? He just seems so muted. I think the day everybody comes back is when the elimination will happen. I don't think everybody is sleeping there. They don't have enough beds. I think the day everybody comes back, we're going to get like a multiple elimination. He's a whole different person with Coco. A whole different person. Okay. All day finesse say, you know what I just realized? Ohlandria is 27 and he is 24. I think it's maybe the age gap. It absolutely could be that. She was shocked. I really thought that Chris or Zach was going to go for her. Oh, I can't. Taylor was speaking. Like speaking to her, talking to her, never called her bro or nothing. This was a different person. This was a different person. Cece said, meanwhile, Ohlandria is like, oh, I don't think he'll cuddle. I don't think he'll cuddle. Girl, lock in. She absolutely needs to. Let me get this next super chat. I got a super chat from Renee. Thank you. Oh, you're so sweet, Renee. Thank you so much. Nikki just want to send you some love. Thank you. Love you right back. Thank you so much. He sure did. I was like, oh, So you can speak, Pinocchio. You do have a voice. Stunning. She does. She definitely gives me LA girl. Definitely gives me LA girl. Kaylee said they knew we had no solid couples, hence why they threw this in. I agree with that. That makes sense, guys. That makes sense. Metamorphosis says, I don't know if I like the aspect of everyone being brought back. Like I felt the stakes were missing. They need to be quaking in their boots at being eliminated. But will they be? Because nobody is locked in. Nobody is locked in. Jasmine said Iris may be the perfect match, to be honest. She's so low energy. I do like her though. Yeah, she's definitely a kind of woman that will be picked for TJ as a wife. Obviously, me said, I'm glad that the girls and guys were forced to recouple. That's what it takes to make Casa work, which is nuts. I agree. I agree. Let me get some older comments. Kaylee said Cachet from season 2 or 3 even said this is a completely different Love Island than when she was on. She said it's giving. Yeah. Yes, this is not Love Island. This is Big Brother. This is Traitors. I hate it. And she doesn't do anything. She doesn't do anything. I don't like it. The internet H said, and she's beautiful, and I don't get why everybody gives her such a hard time because of Ace. Obviously, me said this was another moment where I was like, wait, why is she crying? Like she keeps on, she's just, her spirit, she's just so worn down. Like the men mistreat her, the girls don't protect her. She's by herself. Asira said, and Ace has made it hard for Amaya to have other interests. He's turned everyone against her. Absolutely. TA said from season 1 to present, it never made sense to me that some of their reasons for dumping people. Like, listen, we absolutely got why Leah got Rob's concubine out of there. We knew. And then the girls fought about it after, and they, it was some spiciness after that, right? With this, they make absolutely no sense. I honestly feel like we're going to have a different cast at the end. I'm telling you, Love Island this season, I think, like I said before, this is the first season where the bombshells are going to have more followers and more opportunities than the main cast. And I think this might be the first time we have bombshell couplings at the end. That might be it. Brown Girl 44 said, I think you are giving these people too much credit. They are not masterminds, especially Ace. They are just making dumb choices. There is no gameplay. Oh, absolutely. That's why I'm like, what game are y'all playing? What game are y'all playing? Y'all are just being bitter. Y'all are just being bitter. What game are y'all playing? It's all over the place. It's all over the place. He just became so unlikable, like immediately. What he did to Jeremiah and then how he's yo-yoing Sierra, not a good look. Hey, Rachel. Rachel said the beginning of the episode was so weird. Like production told them the explanation to stick to, even if it doesn't make sense. Well, they did a good job because it didn't make sense. It did not make sense. That's what it's giving. It's giving that they're all pick-me's. And the woman said, absolutely not. She's not going nowhere. Absolutely. They stood on business. And them boys had to back up. Them boys had to back up. Yeah, we don't have any. They're all playing a game. They're all playing the game. Miss Brown Sugar said, not even just last season, Nikki, every season. Ain't no way Ace and Austin could have been dogging Amaya and still cheese. Yep. They would have got them together on UK as well. Asira said they're going to be so upset when they come out the villa and realize we did not fall for it. Yep. She didn't explore. She explored twice. It was in 2 good relationships for her. What are you talking about? We need a Liv. We need a Leah. We need a Serena. We need a Janae. We don't have none of that. TA said, unfortunately, when the bombshells get to watch the Islanders before they get in the villa, they already form opinions, which is weird to me why Ohlandria wasn't picked. We need sisterhood. We don't have it. They keep on saying it, but we don't have it. We do not have it. We got the whole game being run by Alvin and the Chipmunks, and then we got Destiny's Bastards listening to everything that the boys say. I'm like, come on. Come on. Why are y'all letting them lead you? Oh, Lord. It's just ridiculous. Peyton said, hey, Nikki and fam, running late, gonna catch you in the replay, but I am annoyed. And Amaya kidding, Zach pissed me off. I'm annoyed at Amaya kidding. Zach pissed me off. I don't know why, LOL. He just did. He's he didn't really piss me off, but I was just like, okay, I know you're happy to be here, Zach. Clock in. Yeah, I think they will. I think the bombshells are going to do way better than the main cast. Orlando said exactly. Nick doesn't want Sierra to talk to any of the men, but the way he is going and talking to the other men is shady. Like he's taking, like he remember when he took TJ's tea that he made for Sierra? I'm like, you're still open, so why are you killing her chances? And Sierra, it's not cute. It's not cute. Maggie said, I don't know. I think Amaya comes on too strong. Love her, but she's got to move different. Again, I think she's moving the way that she moves with the men in her culture. And it's just like, these men are very different. You got to move a different way. Miss Brown Sugar said, I don't mind the Sierra and Nick negotiation, their relationship, because that's normal. At least they are talking about something. I don't mind it either. It's absolutely normal. What I do not like is that Nick is playing with her. Because Nick doesn't want to close off, but he doesn't want to let Sierra go. Let her go. Especially when you know, and you've even admitted that she has stronger feelings for you than you do for her. Why play her? But this is what men do, right? They keep the one that wants them. They keep her on the string to the one they want come along. They're never single for too long. They're never single for too long. And sometimes they be in whole relationships, about to get into something else, setting it up. So when you break up with him and the next thing you know, he's engaged, you're like, how the hell did this happen? Baby, he was already in that relationship. He been in that relationship. The men are absolutely breadcrumbing the woman. And they love it. And they love it. What is the purpose that the girls this season are not standing up for themselves? Only Huda. Honestly, oh my God. Then the way she does it, we're like, girl, get help. Yeah, absolutely. I think what happened is last season, these people are the same age. These people are the same age as this cast currently. And they set a standard, right? And we were expecting, I don't think any of us came into this season expecting the girls to just fall in line like this. I'm gonna be honest with you. I've never really seen this in all the Love Island that I've watched. I've never really seen this, so this is news for me. This is new for me watching. I'm like, nobody has an original thought. I've never seen Love Island where one person is running the game. Never seen it. And Melina said, I don't really think there ever was a sisterhood in the villa this season. I agree. The girls have been working in their own best interest since day one. I don't think that's Huda's fault. Absolutely. They're all out for themselves. All Day Finesse said, imagine the OG cast of The Flavor of Love being in this villa. Oh, baby, that would be a show. It sure would. She did. But see, this is what's happening, right? And I hope that when the women see this show, they watch it back. I hope they clock in and realize where they lost their spirit. What's happening is that all the women came in very, very confident. And then these women being up here submitted to these men who are far beneath them. And they're miserable. Miserable. We all know a baddie who was locked in a relationship with a doofus. And she's miserable. It isn't until she gets out of that relationship that she starts to see who she is and she's able to blossom again. But they're going to watch this back and they're going to be like, I had a terrible time in that villa because I submitted to these doofuses. That's what's happening. These baddies are submitting to doofuses. And now everybody depressed. All the girls depressed. Ain't nobody having a good time. I ain't seen Shelly smile since she's coupled up with Rumpelstiltskin. Like, none of them are happy. Not they are all miserable. This is what happens. This is what happens. Ladies, never settle. Never settle. OMG. Cameron said, it's almost like the men on this season is more worried about each other than being worried. Yes, you're absolutely right. Please make sure you like the video, fam. Jasmine said, Ace has all the guys thinking about winning and are simply using the girls to accomplish that goal. It's not about connections at all. Hey, Hannah. Hannah said, interested in Huda redemption arc moving forward. Doesn't look like she got the guy she wanted. Adriana, the baddest, strikes again. Ciao. Listen, she might end up winning. Jasmine Arthur said, I live in Tampa as well, and TJ is definitely, yeah, he's the standard. And he knows it, so he doesn't try. Kylie K said, terrible. Oh yeah, I can see that. I can see him also being a guy that follows like those dating coaches. K Pratt said, damn, one of my friends told me that the nurses who date women are either fantastic or big 304. Well, Maya Dress said, can't be blunt on this TV show. Have to play the game. Look, exactly. It's like you have to woo. He's not used to pursuing. He just gets girls coming to him. NC said, if Ohlandria doesn't get her head in the game and out of Taylor's hind part, she's going to lose her Casa Amor boy to her Maya, and her butt will be on the chopping block, probably going home. Well, this is the thing. They're depressed. We unlocked the code. We figured out what's going on with them. They are depressed. They have given over everything to these men who are breadcrumbing them. And they are not happy about it, but they're accepting it. They are accepting it. Definitely Partner Island. Science Partner Island. Zora said, if anyone watches Is Always in Sunny Philly, TJ looks like the man who shushes the game. I used to watch It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia years ago. I haven't clocked in for a minute, but that show, I don't think that show correctly represents white Philadelphians, but it definitely represents white Philadelphians in the suburbs of Philly. Like, it definitely gives big Ben Salem energy. It definitely gives Norristown. Jennifer S. said, I am also a millennial, and this behavior has been stressing me out. I'm done. I'll be back for season 8. I can't stand emojis. I'll watch your recaps, my love. Ariana shaded TJ. I love it. Yeah, it has to be a millennial thing because I'm stressed out. I'll be watching the show. I'm like, cuss him out. Dump him. Walk away. Like, I'll be screaming like, you don't have to take this. You can say no. You can walk away. And yes, a lot of these people are early 20s. There are people in there pushing 30. I'm talking to the old heads. Don't accept these crumbs. Like, Ohlandria, would you really be dating a 24-year-old? Stop accepting these crumbs. Where is it? I just saw somebody say, not Harry. Yes, Coco is the Harriet Tubman of the villa. B. Nichols said, Pepe is another dud. He is nice, but what does he bring to the table? No shade, Pepe. Nice guy. Boring. Denise said, Taylor gave Coco his last name, talking about it sounds good. He's never done any of this with Ohlandria. He's never done any of this with Ohlandria. I just can't. I just can't. I just don't know what to do. Alexis said, Ace was very happy to couple up with Vanna so he could give her boundaries. Don't breathe near me. He saw her and said, where is she? Oh, poor Vanna. But that, the kids is The Kardashians has had a terrible effect on white women. My God, today. I can't wait for them to grow out of that Kardashian era. Absolutely dangerous. Dangerous. Denise said they're not giving the OJ girls any respect and they've been coupled with them. Not sure it matters. Yeah, they won't. They won't. Oh, she does remind me of Tammy Roman. I see it too. I see it too. Dreadful said, half of these women wouldn't have been on would have been on Jeremiah's heart. Oh, Jeremiah would have got every. Oh my God, all of those women would have stood on Jeremiah's heart. He would have had everybody. He would have had everybody. Oh, here it is. She absolutely is. OMG. Nate H. Hey, said Coco is so stunning. She is. I wish she was an OG or saved for next season. She's that girl. She really, really, really is. Forgiving me said, I don't know. Taylor seemed like he liked her. He did. He did. Megan King said, I'm convinced they're being forced by production to pick Taylor. I do not understand. I couldn't believe it either. I'm just like, okay, what am I missing? What are we not seeing? Because all I see is Taylor and Ohlandria's relationship. It's such a dud. It's such a dud. And I don't get it. I don't get it. Are they looking at the votes? Do they know that he's very popular? That could be the only thing. That could be the only thing. A-Dub said they picked Taylor because they think his connection. Yeah, smart. The only guy that got options. His head is going to be so gassed after this show. He is going to be so conceited when he leaves that villa. OMG. Let me get some more current ones. Ooh. Oh yeah, we did like Miguel in the beginning. He was fun, and then he just really turned on Serena, which was so weird. Like he was always him and the guys were gunning for Serena. That was very weird to me. I did not like that, and that actually the way the guys were gunning for Serena, that actually made me like Cordell more because he was always standing 10 toes down for her, and he would not let the men sway him against her, and I love that. I loved how he rode for Serena. Hey, Always Priceless. Always Priceless said Huda Bubble is going to get burst because they saw her act a donkey. Nobody wants to. Oh, yeah, I got that one. Zora said, I think two men went to Shelly in part because they want to square off against Ace. Shelly is gorgeous. Don't get me wrong, with their hair for exposure and dethroning Ace would do it. I agree with that as well, but I also think that Shelly is just that girl. Remember when this season first started? Shelly had everybody on her. She just exudes it. The men love Shelly. Cindy said at this point I have to believe Ohlandria and Shelly are just playing the game because I refuse to believe that they really see endgame with Ace and Taylor. I'm gonna go with that too. Hey, C. Graham says Shelly is number one for me. I just hope she dumps Mighty Mouse. If she gets with Chris, she's winning this whole thing. She's winning this whole thing. Seeing Ace and Chris face off for Shelly, if they ever get into it, it's going to be iconic. It's going to be iconic because no matter what, Ace is going to have to look up to that man. And my God, today, the visuals. JK Knight said if Shelly goes back to Ace, that's her man from back home. Like, that's her boyfriend. And you can't convince me otherwise. I hope she doesn't. I'm telling you, I need the Twitter challenge to be right after Casa because I need these people to wake up. I need them to wake up. Carrie said, Amaya needs to go. This is not going to be good for her self-esteem. Yeah, she like when I see her crying by herself and she's just like looking at herself in the mirror crying, I'm like, maybe you should pack up. K-Dior said Zach for quad may use Amaya to stay in the game. Can I tell you, when he was in the comment section, when he was first shown as a bombshell, they let Love Island know they hated his hair. But guys, what other hair is he going to wear? Oh, if you're single and Casa, you will be dumped before going back to the villa. Alondria. I think, oh my God, I think she may go. I think she may go. But listen, we tried to help. Baby Love said, if I were on this show, I pick somebody I'm going to win favor with from the fans, someone I know who can keep me on the show. Do they know that yet? Because I do know that the bombshells are quarantined, and I don't think they have their phones. The bombshells are quarantined, and I don't think they have their phones, so I'm not sure. Hey, Ken. Ken said if Zach was smart, he would leak with Ohlandria. She could win with him. He's fine. She could. If she wanted them, though. And like, is he going to pick somebody who's not going to pick him and he's going to remain single? Alexa says Shelly would pick between Ace and Chris, and Taylor would pick between Coco and Ohlandria. Child, one of them is going home. One of them is going home. Two of them is going home. So, child, I'm telling you, we might have all bombshells at the end. Josie said Ola should have listened to America and stuck with Jalen. She would have won. But this is what she wanted. She would have won with Jalen. Always Prices said, I saw that too. Nobody picked him because something about him reads simple. I think it's the fact that he looks like Andrew Caldwell. Always Prices said, I saw that. I'm sorry. Bad Girls Club said, I feel like Zach will play the game to stay with Ohlandria. My gut is feeling, but his personality is cute though. He's fun. Holly said if Ohlandria's up for elimination, it'll be up to Ace. He's gonna steer all of his flunkies the wrong way. But what if they can't choose? Like, what if, like some of you said, she's getting eliminated at Casa? Baby Love said, if we're on the show, I match with someone who I can win favor with from fans and somebody would keep me on the show. Sometimes I think the matches are strategic, but what game are they playing? We don't know. We are not used to this game. Like, we're over here playing checkers. They're playing Uno. Like, nobody knows what these people are doing. You can't call this game. Effie said, Shelly is not going to win with Ace. She better pick a Casa boy. Listen. It's looking like she might. Nicolette said same. She was doing the same thing she did with Jeremiah. Who we talking about? Adrina? You don't like it, then change it, said Facts. I think he was afraid to turn down her kiss because he didn't want to embarrass her. Poor Amaya. I know Amaya and Ohlandria, this is the first time for them to be like not wanted. This has to be the first time for them. Takara said, I think Adriana is just trying to stay on the show. We will see. We will see. Josie said, I didn't feel the chemistry between Adrina and Brian. I think she's just trying to lock in a connection to stay in the game. Well, she's doing a damn good job because she got Brian shaking. All Day Finesse said he's Puerto Rican and she is Dominican. She sees her gene pool flourishing. Period. Lily Prop 2 said Ohlandria is sticking with Taylor to the end for me. She needs to move on. I think the Twitter challenge will wake her up. I don't know. America, like, that's the thing with Ohlandria that I'm like, I don't get, because you're sitting here telling Huda that America obviously saw something if she did that to you and Jeremiah. But we also broke up you and Taylor. You didn't listen. I Am Bevan said, Huda's crash out poisoned Amaya's chances to get with someone. I feel like it's so weird. Absolutely. She messed it up. She messed it up for a lot of people. A-Dub said, Adrina is super fine. She should not be on the show. I will say it's weird seeing her, like, when she came in as a bombshell, the guys were going crazy. And now we have her in Casa and like, she's not that girl anymore. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy? It's just things change so quickly. Things change so quickly. I've been worried. I don't know what we're going to do. Sydney said, right, the success for the previous seasons are powerful couples, and from last season, the strong friendships. This season is off. There's no friends and there's no couples. There's no friends and there's no couples. Jennifer said, I don't want Amaya to go, but that environment is toxic for her and she deserves better and she needs to cultivate her self-esteem. I'm done with the show. I think the show is just becoming a little less enjoyable because we're like, what is happening? That Jeremiah and Hannah elimination just really killed everybody's spirit. Ken said, I can't get with Ola acting like a nun when they're all fake hunching and kissing every game challenge. Girl, this show is vain and about looks. Nobody cares about personality on this season. True. Scooter Loomy said, Ariana was right with the week one things. Everybody is still acting like it's week one. It absolutely. You wouldn't think that they've been in there for this long. Obviously, me said, folks got to stop harping on Zach not picking her first. He still had good chemistry with Ola, and Zach was still checking for Black women. Come on now. Obviously, me, I don't want you to breadcrumb these non-Black men. I feel like you allow these non-Black men to give you breadcrumbs. If he wanted Ola, he would have picked her first. He wanted Shelly. And that probably has pushed her away from him. We will see. But the non-Black men gotta turn it up. They gotta turn it up. E for Empathy said, I feel like Ariana was trying to spell it out more for the women when she explained they're single now and need to actually try these cuts. I feel like she's trying so hard for them because she sees everything, but they're not listening. Nicole, hey, name twin, said, yeah, I kind of want Amaya off because she's just misunderstood. Yeah, and I don't want this place to break her spirit. Stephanie said this episode was boring and the new people. Okay, all righty. Oh, let me get that off here. Sarah said Nick never kisses the bombshells, yet flirts a lot. It's weird. Nick's game is off. Sydney said Ola must know she is that girl even after Meg's compliment. I don't know. I want her out of that villa. A demonic force that's on that villa. What happened? Who put Roots on Love Island? Somebody put Roots on Love Island. I am dating myself. Do y'all remember that commercial from way back in the day where that psychic was, I don't think it was Miss Cleo. I think it was another Black psychic. And there was this Black guy in the commercial and he would come on and he would be like, who put Roots on me? Who put Roots on me? Who put Roots on the Love Island villa? There has been a shift in the atmosphere and not in a good way. Takara said, Nikki, I can't lie. I love me a cute, tall, goofy man. Oh, absolutely. There's nothing wrong with a cute, tall, goofy. Especially if he flexing on you. Amen. Love that big, tall, goofy. Denise said, I think Ohlandria Love Island match was Jalen, and now she's stuck with Taylor unless Taylor picks somebody else. I think Jalen was the show's second chance at try. Yep. No, this is the thing. If Ohlandria doesn't win, I love her. That's on her. America and the show has tried to wake that girl up. She don't want to see it. She don't want to see. I miss my man. You don't have one. You don't have one. Pissing me the hell off. Hey, DC Catastrophe said the bombshells probably saw who's most popular for the men and who's because their strategy as well. Child, was that an accident? Baby Love said Zach don't want Ohlandria. If he wanted her, he would have picked her the first time around. She should have stayed close off to him and entertained somebody else. But she got to do what she has to do because she doesn't want to. She can't be eliminated. So she got to stay in that. But I'm just like, she has to try. Ohlandria is not trying. Cindy said these girls are in relationships by themselves. Yep. And they have no idea. No idea. I got on my super chats. All right, let me get some newer comments. Black Girl Maverick said, replay game. This is Love Island trap. I didn't want to say it. I did not want to say it. I think we're all talking about, oh my goodness, the men are red pilled. I think the women are red pilled as well. I think with this cast, we are seeing the effects of red pilling. We are also seeing the effects of a generation of people, a demographic of people not having media literacy. We are seeing effects of chat GPT being people's education. Like, we are seeing the effects of this. I think the women are red pilled as well. Destiny's Child said Amaya is Dominican and some of these men like that. So what's the deal? Why is Adrena and not her? Because Amaya looks more black than Adrena. Now, I will say, to me, Adriana, she looks light skinned. She just looks light skinned. She looks like a light skinned girl that grew up in a church in Newark, New Jersey. However, Amaya just gives more Negro than Adriana. Now, if Adriana came there with some braids or her hair in her natural state, I don't think the men would have been on her as much as they are. Also, she's had, money well spent. The body. She got the body as well. So I think it's the body, and I think it's the fact that she is more white adjacent acceptable than Amaya. Amaya also has a Latina accent, but she has a New Yorican accent. So already you hear the accent, you hear strength, right? Men don't like strong women. They like women that they can conquer. They like women that they can enslave, especially this generation of men, because they're extremely red pilled. So they're being told that women are not human, women are dogs, women need to be enslaved. You have to break them and all of these things. So they like women who are easy, who are easy to do that too. The quiet, the meek women. Amaya is not quiet. Amaya is not meek or weak. Amaya will let you know what you did to her was effed up. She will tell you why, and she will wait for you to say something. If you talk to her too slick, you gonna find out why you don't mess with her, right? Men don't like that because you can't enslave an Amaya, but you may be able to enslave an Adriana just because of how she looks, right? Remember the conversation we had, I think 2 lives ago, where I was talking about specifically in my community how light skin is seen as weak and conquerable, and dark skin is seen as strength and power. And that only works for the men. It does not work for the women, right? So dark skin is seen as strength, power, also extremely sexualized. So that is the only thing that Black women get. We just get dark skinned Black women get. We just get sexualized, right? Everybody hates us for our strength. Everybody hates us for our power, because our oppressor knows that the power is in the melon. They know that this is powerful, right? Outside of science, extremely powerful. So you want to kill that so you can continue to control, right? So that is something that has already also passed down to the patriarchy. So men don't like women like Amaya. Although they might say they like the spicy Latina, but they like the spicy Latina that caters to her man. They like the spicy Latina that wants to be a stay-at-home wife, that looks the other way when the man comes in at 2 a.m. smelling like another woman. That's what they like. They don't like the Amaya who's locking the door or changing the locks while you're out there cheating. You're not coming to her home smelling like another woman. You come to her home smelling like another woman, she's probably going to run you over. They don't like that kind of Latina, right? They don't like the Latina, the spicy Latina that stands up for herself. They don't like the spicy Latina with the 4C curls. They want something light and white or white adjacent, because that means slave. Ain't that crazy? Ain't that crazy how whiteness and women is seen as in slavery? Child, that's a whole nother lie. That's a whole nother lie, but that's what it is. That's what it is. That's not the spicy Latina they want. They want that meek, quiet one that will have sex with them, make them something to eat, pop out their kids, and shut up. They don't want that other one. When men say they want a spicy Latina, they're talking sexual. It's never personality. They're talking about in the bedroom. That's it. That's why you ladies who are Latina should never go up for that stereotype. It's not a compliment. It is not a compliment. Silky Uberfetch said the thing is Ola isn't very flirty or open. She said that she has a hard time with that, so Taylor is safe for her because they do nothing romantic except, Alondra, do you got a man back home? Cause girl, what? What? Rain J. Diaz said they messed up sending Jeremiah home. Watching him and Huda made for good TV, even after the split. Yeah, now it's boring. I hate to say it. Now it's boring. Sarah said these people saying Amaya and Iris explored more. Hannah was competition. Hannah was competition. The holistic doc said, I'm not into the cast this season. No Janae, Serena's, or Kenny's. And that's on them. I think it's because they're all red-pilled. Takara said, I miss Jeremiah already. I would have loved to see him in this environment. Me too. I would have loved to see all of the women standing on his heart. That would have been such a good ego boost for him. That would have been such a good ego boost for him. Megan said, the bombshells are coupling with bombshells. Are y'all not embarrassed? Like, you're not even wanted by bombshells. It's crazy. It's crazy. Alana said, the young Gen Z are watching and my nieces are loving Ace. From their point of view, I get it because they are young and so is he. The way I had to sit them down at our Juneteenth. Yep. Like, absolutely not. Denise said, the men also have all the power this season except for the very first coupling. The men have made the choice. Again, remember when we talked about it? I said, I agree with Huda. Huda is just like, Jeremiah keeps on getting rewarded. And she's right. Even though we were on Jeremiah's side, but she was just like, he keeps on getting rewarded. He keeps on getting opportunities. And I'm just like, that's all the guys. It does give favoritism. Carrie said they are plotting to get Austin out next since he is the next original guy who's not in the clique. I think so too. And I think that's why Nick is trying to steal Jaden. Please make sure you like the video, guys. What is the purpose? That I think a lot of girls this season are calmer and non-confrontational, except for Huda and Ola. I just don't think they care. I don't think they care. And I think that they're just waiting for the guys to tell them what to do. They've all lost their spirit. The way Ohlandria and Shelly walked into that villa, they are not the same person. They are not the same person. It's so sad. It's so sad. Hey, Harry. Harry said he looks like Andy Levine. Who? Who looks like Andy Levine? Ken said the women are making the men feel like they're the prize. I hate it. Yep. Cameron said, Nikki, you said it. I feel like at the end of the season, all the original cast are going to be gone and all the bombshells are going to couple up and be left at the end. I think so too. Cindy said, on the voting for which boy would be the saddest to leave, Jeremiah was 20.4 and Ace was 12.9. So how is Jeremiah bottom 3? The math ain't math and production has to be behind this. Oh, well, they get the final say. They get the final say. Well, listen, they're changing up the rules. So we'll see. Fingers crossed that he comes back. Takara said, I think this cast is too worried about how they think America would view them instead of just being themselves. Maybe that's it. Maybe they're so conscious they're not playing. Always Price said, I wonder if they know they're not happy because their confessionals seem like they're trying to convince. Yep. Hey, Roxy. Roxy said, all the guys sucks. That's why this season isn't that good. I hate to say it. You're right. Yes. I'm from PHILA period. PA period. Philly be feeling it. Crumb Island. Crumb Island. Absolutely. Crumb Island. Sydney says season 5 was the first generational shift in the show. Season 7 feels like another one because I have no clue what's going on. Sydney, I absolutely agree with you. There has been a shift in the atmosphere and we have shifted to a demonic force. Cameron said, I definitely do think that Ace, aka Scrappy Doo, is not going to make it to the end if Zach makes it into the house because they are going to battle too. I think so too. I think so too. Um, Ken said they should have chosen fireman. Okay. OMG. Miss Brown Sugar said, I think that Taylor is an easy choice for the Casa girls because he is easily swayed and they can tell he didn't really want Alondria. They know where to latch on. I agree. I agree. Um, it's the memes that are going to come from the meeting. Girl. The memes that are going to come from that. Zora said, Ola's life is only going up from here. If she needs to learn from this show, I'm okay with it. True. Rachel Lindsay has only skyrocketed from her time on Bachelorette. Oda will hopefully follow suit. True. Here's the thing. The reason why I'm just so shocked with Ohlandria is because she clocked America telling Huda and Jeremiah that this wasn't right, but she didn't clock it with her and Taylor. She seems to have so much wisdom for everybody else but herself. That just really surprises me. Megan said, I really want Ola and Asia Miguel to be a thing. I think they'd be cute, but I already know Alondria is going to ruin everything. Let's hold space. Let's hold space. Pepe said, hey, Pepe said, I hope Jeremiah ends up with the most followers of all men and pays them dust after the show. I want him to link up with Islanders from past casts because he was backstabbed. But, Jeremiah is so sweet. He probably will, befriend everybody again. I even wrote to him in his comments. I said, Jeremiah, you can be upset. You do not have to leave with grace. Alexandra said, Zach Woodworth took advantage of my best friend. Which Zach? Who the hell is Zach Woodward? Is that white Zach? White Zach. Oh, Lord. Child. You know what? Not shocked. Oh, I'm so sorry, Alexandra. I'm so sorry. Tell your friend that we're sending her love, child. Whoa. Oh, you never know what happens in a NikkiStar TV live. My God, today. Renee said, thank you for joining. And if you didn't hit the like button, let them know, Renee. Hit it on your way out. Much love for your support. Thank you. Always Prices said, ooh, oh, you're talking to Sydney. Just John just said, anybody peep how TJ got when none of the women picked him? He couldn't believe that despite him giving garbage kisses and nobody picks him. Because he's a hottie in his community. He's gagged. Him and Huda, they're getting wake-up calls, child. Dee's Banana said, notice how not many Casa girls pinpointed who they were there for in the intro because they were there for Jeremy. They probably got in a house and was just like, oh, where's the hot nerd? Where is the hot nerd? That was such good TV. He was like, she doing it. Kenny was heartbroken. He said, I would never do it. Oh, season 6 was so good. Season 6 was so good. Let me get a couple more, and then let me get y'all out of here. Always Prices said, Ola had the it factor in the beginning, but I think after Huda started crying all day, Ola got scared. That's a good point. Oh, damn. I think you're right. It's always Huda. You know what? I'm a ride. I'm a ride for you, Ohlandria. I'm a ride for you. Child, not white Zach. Yes, Always Prices. Wishing your friend peace and love. I'm so sorry. Wishing your friend peace and love. Hannah said, that's why I said production did a horrible job choosing the men from Tori's fan. They used what they could. But to be honest with you, how many men of today are you going to find that's not red pill? That's a problem. It is a problem. These men are consuming very dangerous content. But I think the issue is lack of education. The boys aren't learning anymore. The guys are not going to school. They are not going to higher education. It's always the women. It's always the women. Colleges today, like colleges are a clam festival. It's just full of women. The boys are dumb. They are not being educated. They are not learning. They're just going to get the money. You got to be smart. You need to be able to read and hold a conversation. They can't do any of that. They are not going to school anymore. Okay, go learn the trade, but you need to read and not the 48 laws of power. It's becoming very scary where it's like men and women are unequally yoked all across the board. And I think it's education. And the fact that this whole trad wife content, conservatism, and trad wife and the whole dating coach things, the fact that like an Andrew Tate can take over the minds of the men of this generation, it's lack of education. An educated man would never follow an Andrew Tate. Because education is just not book smart, right? It's also, it gives you discernment. And it's so many men who want to lead and be the head of household with no discernment. You're not leading me anywhere. You're dumb and you have no wisdom or discernment. Like, what can we do? We can't do. That's why so many women are choosing singlehood. Because look at the options. That's why I always say that this show, it's like a mirror of where society currently is. Look at the women on this show. Look at what they are accepting. Because without accepting this, the only option is singlehood. And they haven't found out yet that that's their best option. They're still young. They're going to be boy crazy for a minute. Let them get to 33. We'll see something different. Just Jonathan said the only reason Ace will be loyal to Shelly is because none of the women want him. Okay. All right. JK Knight said they're getting their degrees with Chow. She did. She ruined the experience for everybody. Yeah, they're red pilled. They're absolutely red pilled. It's scary. And the women are too. Because how the hell did DDG get Haley? How the hell did she not see the red flags from that guy? You know who saw? Oh, the millennials. We were like, oh, girl, no, don't do that. Don't do that. And what did he do as soon as he got with her? Weaponize his sperm. They're weaponizing their sperm to trap you. Oh, my God. Oh, this is scary. Tia said, I agree. Huda sucked the fun and the spirit out of the villa, and she's still here. Jeremiah deserved Casa Amor experience versus her. I will say, with Huda out and Jeremiah in, it would have been a much better experience. Kaylee said, this new age men are very much red pill. Yeah, we got that one. Just Johnny said, poor little gremlin, only the women with scary lips. Okay. Listen, she is 21. She has to appeal to red-pilled men. Red-pilled young men who are extremely far right. They like their women to look like blow-up dolls. That's all she got. That's all she got. She Oh, it's sad out here. Ephraim said everyone should read The Men Who Hate Women. It talks about how these red pill these red pill movements. Stay woke, ladies. You have to. They got rid of the one guy that was actually reading and educated. They got rid of the one guy that wasn't red pilled. He did. His preference was it was given a little red pill, Jeremiah. I ain't even gonna hold you. Foreign. Your type is foreign. Why? Hope you're not a passport, bro. Spidey senses went up. I said, foreign. What that mean? What that mean? A woman with no power? Slavery. Miss Brown Sugar said Kenny had the girlies touring the Bronx looking for someone like him and quickly learned that he was a unicorn. Yep. And that's the thing. That's why I am never quick to throw colorism on a guy, because remember how colorism was thrown on Kenny? Everybody was just like, oh, he wouldn't like Janae. Then he was, not only does he like Janae, he was falling so deeply for her. And everybody was just like, oh no, he couldn't dare like a dark-skinned woman. And I'm like, why? Did he give y'all like, that's what I'm just like, let's get a bit more receipts before we put that on somebody, because not everybody is like that. We just see a lot of people like that in the media because people like that make white people who are in power feel safe. Again, I know I have a mixed community here. I feel like some of the people who are joining me are new. If you're a new white to the channel, I'm never talking about the Jim Brown whites. I'm never talking about the Tina Marie's. I'm talking about, the Megyn Kellys, the Trump, those, the whites that you don't want to spend Thanksgiving with. So don't worry. If you're not one of them, you're fine. You are fine. So when I say white, that's who I'm talking about. Hannah said, but if Ace explores, y'all will still have something to say. There's no winning. I don't think there's no winning for anybody. I think for me, I just wanted people to lock in so we can get a show. We just every time we're tuning in, we're watching them have the same conversations. I'm not closed off. So why are we here? Why are we here? Why are we here? I liked him. The foreign comment was a little alarming. Little alarming. Emelina said, I think it's weird when people have strict preferences for another race that isn't their own. Like, especially if you're a person of color and your preference is an alabaster. I'm going to want to examine that. I'm sorry. I'm going to want to examine that. I'm going to be like, okay, so what happened? What's going on? Or when you are of a certain culture and your preference is somebody who isn't of that culture, what do you mean? What do you mean? Your preference is non-black women and you're black. There is this girl that's going viral on TikTok right now. She's an Asian girl. And she's talking about how much she loves white men and she's going to marry a white man and her children are going to be mixed because Hapas, I believe, who are like Asian and white are better attractive. It's a young girl. A young girl is saying this. I'm just like, what content are y'all consuming to make you think like this? If I was her parents, I would be so concerned. And she would be on the first flight back to the motherland. Oh no, you're going to live with your grandparents. You're not staying here in America with that mindset. Absolutely not. Kaylee said, but also can't give a man too much grace. They are so easily doctrined by society because they don't read. It's like the men aren't educated anymore. I feel like the last well-read men were the men of the civil rights movement. They were forced to do that because their life was on the line. I mean, oh my God, do we have to live under Jim Crow again for black men to read? Jesus. It's so bad. Yes. So they match perfectly. And here they are today, still together. Yeah, I'm not talking about y'all. I'm not talking about the Bobby Caldwells, the John D's, the Paul Walls. I'm never talking about the Paul Wall whites. So just, if you're new here, when I say white, I'm not talking about them. Not talking about them. Pepe said, I think for the Kitty and Janae thing is because he's Dominican and did not like, and Dominicans do not like dark skin anything. Being Haitian even, I was pleasantly surprised by Kenny. He is really a unicorn. Well, I'm glad that we had that representation on the show. I'm glad we had that representation on the show. It's Called Me Bonbon said, it's just that Adrini is foreign, definitely not white adjacent, Afro-Latina like Amaya. She looks black to me. It's the foreign fetishization and body and accent. I think so too. She looked light-skinned. She looks light skinned to me. That, like I said, this look like a light skinned black woman, but she got the body. She has the accent, and she's softer. She's and Amaya could do that as well. But Amaya's just like, who you talking? Don't disrespect me. You're not gonna play with her. You're not gonna play with Amaya, and it is assumed that you can play with Adriana, but I'm Adriana. But I'm telling you, as soon as she claps back, oh, they're gonna make her a villain. They're gonna watch. As soon as she gets played by a guy and she lets him know she don't like that, they're gonna make her a villain. They're gonna make her a villain. Kaylee said biracial and multiracial as a racial category is growing. So I guess we know now that there's some sort of content being pushed out. Yikes. God. Am I going to be extinct, guys? Are Black Americans like me going away? Oh, Lord, if I'm going to be the last of the great ones, I might as well live it up. I might as well live it up. Layla said, everyone pray for Amaya's mental health because she has her hands out for kisses, y'all. And I don't think Mr. Central C is... Oh, poor thing, not Central C. Me too. We got to change up the choosing. We got to take up the picking. We have to let America vote more. We're fossils. They're going to have us in history books. At one point, Black Americans look like this. At one point. Yeah, but no shade. Don't want to get dark. But as this empire is slowly dying, I think it may go away. This is America's last stand. This is America's last stand. So hold on. Hold on, you fossils. Hold on. Hold on. I'm going to end with Pepe. Pepe said the boys, men of today's generation are so lost. No self-awareness, no accountability, no quorum, no act right, no nothing. And you know what? Unfortunately, it's left up to the most tired generation. The generation who can't get a break. It's left up to millennials to fix it. So millennials, let's get to work and save the children, because what did Whitney Houston say about us? I believe the children are the future. Teach them well and let them lead the way. And we ate that up. We ate and said, yes, we're the future. We didn't know that the future had doo-doo in it. We did not know we were never going to catch a break. When do old millennials sit down? Our needs are bad. We are broke. We are tired. Why do we always have to save anybody? Nobody asked Gen X to do anything. It's always us. I'm tired. I am tired. Yes, get somebody else to do it. Nobody will do it though. I'm tired. Millennials are the Black women of humanity. I said it. Millennials are the Black women of humanity. My God, today I'm tired. I'm tired. Whitney Houston put that curse on us. We ain't never been right. We ain't never been right. Oh, Lord. Layla said, OMG, and speaking of this empire dying, why did this dang show make... I'm telling you, I saw that. I was like, okay. What were the background checks like? Anyway, let me get out of here. I love y'all. Thank you all so much for joining. I think we all got paid. Let me get out of here. Give me about 10 or so minutes so I can put the timestamps into the video. I love you all. Thank you for joining me. I love the conversations that we have after the review. I enjoy spending time with you guys. Make sure before you leave that you like the video, and I will see you at 7:30 p.m. tomorrow for the following episode of Casa Amor. Who knows? Who knows? Lord, free Ohlandria. Love y'all. Bye.